like roads.
This week on My Time to Talk.
Coming in to try and build this infrastructure, and he's told them, no, just veto all of that, stop what you're doing, we will do it ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Down to detergent, down to free education, like he's given free education from preschool to university. Do you know what I mean? This is somebody that understands that, you know, you need to uplift people from the ground up. Do you know?
So like to say African American, I mean, when do you become American? Do you know what I mean? Just American. When you've lived there all your life, you're still African American, you know what I mean? But when you protect Africa, you become a suspect of the state. So
got people that are slaves in their own mind. Do you know what I mean? Like, they held us as slaves, and now you still got people that are slaves in their own mind, and they're making you believe or scaring you into thinking like, oh no, we won't be able to achieve this, or we won't be able to do that. You might not want to look at the screen because don't want to have
I'll have a meltdown,
a seizure going
I need my time to talk.
Oh, my time to
So we're here again. Come on, people, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Don't want to be sitting here and you not even doing anything. Cooperate. So what should we do? Home and abroad.
Home and abroad. Do you want to
start?
Oh,
oh gosh. Did you hear that hollow sound?
Oh no, yeah. Not much going on up there today, no.
Well, I would start home and abroad. I think you should start.
Okay. We kind of ended with Burkina Faso last time, so let's start with Burkina Faso this time, because by the time we'd released it, more stuff had ended up happening. Traorè, obviously, he's been doing his thing, as we all know, and it's been amazing to actually see on social media the amount of people that are mobilising and getting behind him. Since then, there has been a general, a Marine Corps general called Michael E. Langley. Now, remember when we were talking about always having people that will tap dance for the massa? Well, this guy has basically called for the arrest. It's a black guy, and he's called for the arrest of Ibrahim Traorè on the behalf of America, basically, saying that, you know, he's just basically out for his own interests. He's not for the Burkina Faso people. He's just literally wanting to, you know, monopolise on the gold for himself, blah, de, blah, de, blah. Clearly, this is not true. Do you know what I mean? Anybody that can see the amount of efforts and work that has gone into Burkina Faso, into making it more sovereign for the people of Burkina Faso, making them more self-determined, obviously, working for the interests of the future of Burkina Faso. So, again, liable for sabotage.
Sorry.
No, carry on.
Cutting in. The last attempt, I was looking into it, and they were saying that the guy that they tried to get to do it, they gave him 50 million. He told Ibrahim Traorè that he was asked to kill him.
Oh wow.
And they gave him 50 million.
Oh wow.
So he gave it to
he gave it to him.
He gave it to him, and he's giving it out to the people.
Yeah, so that's
for
what
50
I mean.
million.
And
he
isn't
says
that
like
they
were true. So
literally, and this is what they're
so the
scared of,
people
literally.
are actually backing him.
I
When they
think
find
because
out
they
things
realise, like, if you're actually from like that Sahel region, I think they realise it's probably not worth the money. Do you understand what I mean? Like, you're going to be a pariah if you double cross this guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you see Africa now, like tomorrow, which will be the 30th of April, there's a national march that's going to be going on around every African capital. So basically, they want people to march in solidarity with Ibrahim Traorè, to basically send a message to the Americans, to the French, that you need to come out and stay out of our business. Do you know what I mean? This same Michael Langley, the Marine guy, he's been seen in the Ivory Coast a couple of days ago. Now, Burkina Faso is just on the border of
Okay.
Ivory Coast, so they share a boundary. So people, social media again, are speculating whether this guy attempting to influence, the officials in the Ivory Coast,
because there is still rebels
trying to assassinate him.
There is still rebels in Burkina Faso, isn't there? Because the other thing that I saw this week was Obama was supposed to have made a speech, or he was in a conference, and he actually applauded Ibrahim
really? Wow.
publicly, saying that thank goodness there's somebody that wants to look after his country and not make it
It's true.
just a 50
Well, we need more of
another
that.
state.
We need more people.
It's been all over the
You know
internet,
what I mean?
actually.
That will stand up like that are people of note. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There was something else. Oh, that was it. Because he made a speech just the other day, speaking to, because basically they're training people that are volunteers, just everyday people. They're volunteering to come and help defend, because they know that this could potentially kick off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So he made a speech to these people, and it was so empowering and so enlightening to just hear a young black guy speak like this, about his people, about his country. And that's what he's saying, we've got people that are slaves in their own mind. Do you know what I mean? They held us as slaves, and now you still got people that are slaves in their own mind, and they're making you believe or scaring you into thinking oh no, we won't be able to achieve this, or we won't be able to do that. And he's literally, and that's why he said they will kill you as you leave. Do you know what I mean? So don't be thinking, oh, let's just run away and leave. He was like, you still won't be saved, then they will kill you as you leave. Do you know what I mean? So stand for what you believe is right, and do what is right, which is standing with, the plan, basically. And it just would put me in the mind of, that saying that they will use your own to kill your own. Do you know what I mean? This is what they did with Obama and Gaddafi. This is what they did.
And that's what was said, actually. There was I'll show you after. But there was another YouTube thing that actually said that the amount of people that they've actually killed in the same state, in the same way, over in Africa. How many presidents or prime ministers do you know that's had attempted assassination? One.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That is over in America, and we don't even know if that wasn't set up, but
I think
let's bypass it. You know what I mean? But you can name several African leaders that have had either been assassinated or attempted assassination. And we know that, even in this video, he was saying that we know that this is European based, it's French, it's US, it's
UK.
It's not.
It's always the same suspects.
Set up. Obviously, they're going to set up an African to do it the same way they set up a black man, American. As I like to say, African American. I mean, when do you become American? Do you know what I mean? Just American. When you've lived there all your life, you're still African American. You know what I mean? But when you protect Africa, you become a suspect of the state type
But
thing.
I think this is what people are waking up to, and this is what I'm saying. I've seen Americans talking about him. I've seen people from the Caribbean and actual European people as well. Not even just people black people from the UK. I've seen white people talking about it. Wow, Indians. This guy is doing some real good stuff, because they understand. I think people are becoming more savvy to the thing of how colonizers will colonize. Do you understand? They'll do it through things like the IMF. They'll do it through ECOWAS.
And he won't take IMF money.
Exactly, and he won't. No, he's rejected that, and he's saying no, we could do this on our own. Even down to infrastructure.
It's us that's got the gold. It's us that's got the ore. It's not the I don't know. I can't remember his name, unfortunately. But he was saying that how many countries have got borders, but they won't allow Africa to have borders. You know what I mean? They won't allow them, or they won't make it a deliberate thing. Like, it's only recently that Burkina Faso's insisted on visas.
Like you can't be coming in.
And there is the other lady that
the Namibian
says that it's got to be visa. But apart from that, it's like there's no restriction on borders. People can come in, dig up what they like, and go away and say, well, that's mine. But do it the other way around. You can't even get into the country illegally. You know what I mean? You can't even get into the country. So what he is doing is actually showing, like Obama said actually in his talk, that is showing that the person that should be running the country should be the person that lives in the country. You know what I mean?
And this is like, so this is why they know, like, as I was saying, like, even like with like roads and stuff, like, this is European people that were coming in to try and build this infrastructure, and he's told them, no, just veto all of that, stop what you're doing, we will do it ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Down to detergent, down to free education, like he's given free education from preschool to university. Do you know what I mean? This is somebody that understands that, you know, you need to uplift people from the ground up. Do you know what I mean? Like, and yes, it's a, you know, it's a long haul and it's a long slog, and not everything is going to be pretty and exactly as you want it straight away. Do you know what I mean? But you have to go through the tough times in order to get to, you know what I mean, get the goodness out of it.
Get this. Somebody was saying, like, is Trump actually likening himself to somebody like Ibrahim? Because that is exactly what he's doing at the moment. He's trying to get industries back into America, and he's saying to them, like, just wait for a while, take the tough times, and then at least the country will be back into a situation.
The difference is that they're the ones
that's raping every other country. But he's trying to say why he's put the tariffs on is to get people back into the feeling like, oh, we can make that in America.
You need to build the industry.
It's like it's like another guy says, you know, like, we haven't got that sort of industry at the moment.
You need to build that
so
up
what
first,
time that will take, our country will be run down.
Because all of the time that they've spent where they could have, like, even down to, okay, if you want to speak on the American thing, like, even with technology, most of these tech giants are coming out of America then, I was watching something and they were saying, like, even like little chips that go into like building like computers, phones, all of that stuff, all of that industry could have been done in America. Do you know what I mean? They have factories that are thinking, they have people that have no jobs. All of that industry could be done in America. What they were saying. But why won't they do it in America? Because it's cheaper to do it somewhere else.
And that's what the guy,
do you know what I mean?
that's
it's
what
cheaper
they were
to
saying.
do it in Taiwan because they think of wanting more and more profit constantly. Their greed has actually crippled them in terms of their industry. Do you know what I mean?
That's what they were saying. That's what the debate
was saying. That was the same with what Thatcher did over here with the coal mines and all of the rest of that
them all
stuff.
down because they could get
down. There's no steel being made here. There's nothing being made here anymore. So then you've got all of these working class white people that are disillusioned and become deformers. Do you know what I mean? Because they think that it's black people taking our jobs and it's this and it's that and it's Asians and it's Muslims and it's this and
it's always going to be something else. Because they just don't
understand the nuance of how actually it's the higher up white people that have screwed you. Like, do you know what I mean?
And that is kind of like what, as he says, like in Burkina Faso, is trying to show them that, you know, you've got to take the bad times because you know that they're going to come for us. You know they're going to come for us because they don't want Africa to be free of European guidance type of thing. But it's like black people are sometimes their worst enemy in that they will, you know, it's been from time immemorial, you know, Malcolm X done as much as he could do for black people in America, but sooner or later, you know, he's got shot. Same as you know, all the leaders, black leaders, have been suspect to being shot by a black person. But we know why it's a black person that's going to do it, because you lot know, you know, like the powers that be, so to speak, knows that you've kept black people in poverty in most countries. So they are going to be inclined then to steal, to kill a leader that might help. Because at the end of the day, they'll have more money in their pocket, but they'll still be under the ruling of a European. You know what I mean?
But yeah, okay. So go on, let's move on, because otherwise we could literally be here all day talking about this.
Interesting.
So go on. What have you got?